What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. For the first video, I thought it'd be good to do more of a shop introduction as to what I got going on, what I do, and the content you'll be seeing from me. So see if it's something that you guys are interested in. I've kind of been wanting to do this YouTube stuff for a while. Now I'm just getting busier and busier, and I figured I'd start, taking you guys along the way and show you guys what I got going on. So here's the shop, ADP Pro-Fab. Here we do pretty much any custom automotive fabrication you can think of, mainly drift and drag car related. We also offer Lexan and fiberglass work, as well as any wiring work you can think of, whether it be a swap or an aftermarket ECU. Whatever the case, we've pretty much got you covered. We also do some light engine work. We do sub in any tranny work and rear end work. But other than that, we got you covered here. Like I said, mainly drift and drag car related, more race car stuff, but every now and then you'll get something like this in here. This is actually, we just installed this 496 and wired up the Sniper EFI kit for it with the Hyper Spark. So I thought you got a 580 hydraulic roller cam in it. Low compression, it should make around 600 horse. We also got a 12 bolt for it that we will be installing. Actually, that might be in the next video. You can see my sawhorse is kind of giving out, but yeah, this thing's a full strange internal 33 spline posi unit, and it's got 331 gear. Just it's gonna be a straight cruiser, but with all that torque, it should be a fun little hot rod. I figured it'd be a pretty good time to kind of give you guys an update on all the projects that are in right now. Actually, 2 of them are on their way out this coming week, and then I got 2 more things coming in. So yeah, I think it'd be a good idea just kind of start you guys from here. I am new to this whole YouTube thing. I've been wanting to do it for a while though. I just need to get used to talking to a camera all the time. So we'll see how it goes, but I think you guys will be interested in the content I'll be releasing. It is me and one other guy, one of my good friends. He's a certified mechanic, so he does a lot of the, he does all the wiring pretty much and mechanic type stuff. And then I do all the custom fabrication. And we kind of mix the 2 skill sets in a way that, we knock stuff out pretty good and pretty quick. So, yeah. I kind of already gave you guys a little rundown of the El Camino. I did a 3-inch X-pipe exhaust for this thing. Like I said, installed the motor and tranny, and then we're going to do the rear end for it. And then we're actually converting it to a floor shift. It has a manual valve body, 350 in it, so we'll actually swap the steering column too. We might film a little bit of that. We might just knock it out and get it out of the door, and probably film some little roll hits in the car when we finish it. But so yeah. So here we got a Turbo 836 that's in for a full cage and tube rear, as well as installing that pretty sweet fuel safe fuel cell over there. The cage is pretty overkill. I did it mainly for advertisement purposes. I mean, you can never build a cage too strong, so, but obviously it's a little bit of weight. But I just have to run the door bars, which I got a pretty cool idea for those. I did get the door so they will bend into it. Got to run the door bars, dash bar, overhead bar, and anti-intrusion bars, and then it is getting a custom dash that I'll bead roll, and it'll be pretty sweet. And then, as you can tell, there's no windows in it. We're gonna do full Lexan and possibly a wing. I do want to gut the trunk and cut some sheet metal out of this thing, save some weight. But it has a cheap turbo kit on it that I was going to remove the couplings and V-band it and actually remake some of the piping, as well as a new downpipe, and then we might build a new manifold for it and relocate the turbo. So I actually might not use any of this kit, to be honest, but we'll see when the time comes. We got a little bit of a way to until then. But yeah, so this would be a pretty cool little shop drift car. So here we got this Camaro that actually came with an LS swapped already in it. He wanted a 4-link, so I actually gave him a parallel 4-link kit from Quartermax that I did my own design. You can see it in there. lighting's kind of bad, but I'll get another view of it. But it is getting a half cage. As you can see, I cut a lot of it out to fit the 4-link. So now I'm basically just doing all the sheet metal work. So yeah, it's all just 20 gauge steel that's getting stitch welded in. I also cut the trunk out. It was all rusted. So yeah, it'll look pretty sweet. I haven't put the harness bar in yet because I wanted to sheet metal all of it before then, so I don't have to climb underneath it, obviously. But yeah, also ran subframe connectors through the floor. Turned out pretty good. I did this little filler panel the other day. I did paint it because it was starting to surface rust. And then, like I said, with the trunk, those panels actually just kind of sitting in it besides the center one. But yeah, so it's all just getting silicone bronze stitch welded. The other thing was that this is actually a 74, and they put an earlier year rear quarter and taillight section on it. So the floor was kind of just like overlaid. So I decided to cut it out, and then I'm actually going to cut more of this out and then do some sort of cool broke and bead rolled shape down there. And then I'm also going to mount the battery right there, and it'll be like recessed into the floor. So it turned out pretty cool. You can see underneath it the 4-link. It's a true coilover now, obviously. Yeah, it's coming out pretty sweet. I did want to mini tub it, but it was kind of out of the kids' budget. So yeah, there's also the X pipe I built for the black Camaro. It's all TIG welded, custom X pipe. You guys will be seeing a video of that thing on the lift, getting its final assembly, and we're going to lower the front of it so it's actually level with the rear, because now that I 4-linked it and set it up, the thing's, you know, slammed as hell. So yeah. Here we got this F-body that actually came from another shop. I guess the guy was milking it. So it's a 25.5D car. So I have to finish the chassis on it. It is getting a carbon fiber roof, so I'm going to be gutting the roof almost completely, and then it's getting a Lexan, full Lexan, and then a fiberglass hatch that I have to trim and fit. I'm going to be cutting out a bunch of this OEM sheet metal and doing my own paneling out of aluminum, save some weight. And then I got to build headers for it, parachute, wing. I mean, there's a ton of work on this car, and you guys will be seeing a lot of it. I just started finishing welding all the cage, and then I'm going to start building the headers for it, and then I got to do a radiator mount, fuel cell. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to go down on this thing. It already had the cow delete done. All this is pretty much done before it came to me, and I just got to finish the car pretty much. So it's more a lot of Lexan and fiberglass work than anything. But so yeah, here we got the 74 Nova that I did a 4-link in as well, and doing a custom sheet metal trunk. But yeah, as well as a mini tub, you can see the frame. I notched the hell out of it. I just have to narrow the rear end now. And then I actually just moved this thing back in here from my other shop, so I haven't started on it again yet, but it is going to be running these US Mag Ramblers, 295 on it. So those will be pretty sweet. I got to narrow the rear end to fit those, obviously. So yeah. Now this is my personal car, my 65 Chevelle, but I actually have a jig table I just built for it that I'm going to be cutting the frame out of it and building a full tube chassis for it. So I don't want to milk too much of your guys' time with this, but you guys will be seeing a lot of this, you know, on like weekend videos when I actually have time to work on it. But it was just a 10-second small block car, a little nitrous car. But now I'm going to be doing a twin turbo LS ordeal, kind of hopping on the bandwagon, but this will be pretty sweet for you guys to see. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope you guys are kind of interested in the content I'll be releasing. I'm going to try and upload a video at least once a week, so bear with me. And yeah, thanks for stopping in to ADP Pro-Fab.